In this video, I'm going to be covering the different ways you can exchange your currency when you're traveling to a different country as a foreigner. Me, as an American, I'm going to be basing this off knowledge on my trips to European countries, and I'm just going to be giving you general information so you can cater your needs to how you need to exchange your currency. Whether you want to exchange your currency before going to the country, or maybe you want to exchange your currency while you're actually at the country. Whether you want to spend money physically, digitally, and for you crypto people, because I'm really interested in crypto. I love crypto. I've been in crypto for years. So if you want to just spend your crypto in a different country, we'll get that covered. So by the end of this video, I just want all the people who watch this video to be more confident in their trip to whatever country that they want to go to. And if you have questions for what I explained in this video, please feel free to leave a comment. And if you got something out of this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So first, let's cover the physical currency. For when you're traveling to an international country, I think it is very important that you know how to exchange your currency. It's probably one of the main reasons why people are reluctant about traveling, because that's what made me reluctant to be traveling at first. But once I had experience doing this, I was a lot more comfortable with the experience of exchanging. Now, I think it's very important that people know how to exchange their currency before going to their country. It's probably the safest option that you have for when you're traveling, because you never know when you need to have that emergency expense, when your phone's just dead and you're gonna need to have cash in your hand without the use of the internet. So for what I do anecdotally for exchanging my USD to euros, because that's the currency that Germany uses, you might want to look up what currency your country uses, because that's going to be very important. Not all countries are going to accept the currency that you use. In certain instances, I had, individual encounters where people were accepting USD because, the US dollar does go far. It is a very respected currency. But if you're in a situation where they don't accept currency, you will need this physical currency. So for exchanging currency before you get to your country destination, you are going to want to use your bank. You want to look up whether your bank exchanges currency. Usually they do. I used Bank of America to exchange mine, and you're basically ordering the currency sort of like you're ordering on Amazon. Just usually there's a tab section for Bank of America. There's a tab section where you can make a transfer, exchange, where you can just insert the amount of money that you want, depending on how much USD or whatever, euros, pounds, and then it'll exchange that with a fee, and then you'll usually get that in your mail fairly quickly. Usually it says 3 to 5 business days, relatively short amount of time, and you will get your money very quickly. Now here's another method that I've used before, is exchanges physically, brick and mortar exchanges, where they say they can be at airports. Now, I didn't look through the airports enough to find a brick and mortar exchange where you could just give your physical USD and they immediately exchange it back for whatever currency you want. But usually there's a larger fee than what you would get if you were ordering from your bank. So, it is a good way to exchange your currency, but I wouldn't recommend it above ordering it through your bank. If you're in a country like Romania, like I did, there were exchanges on many blocks, on many corners, so it was very convenient to exchange my currency. But you may not get so lucky if you're in an area that doesn't have so many exchanges or not as many tourists. I feel like a lot of exchanges are in European countries, are more conveniently laid out because there's a lot more traveling going on. So if you got lucky like I did, I needed to exchange currency quickly because I was going to take a bus. I was only staying in Romania for less than a day, and so I didn't order currency for that trip. Their currency was lei, so I exchanged some USD for lei, and then they got me right and ready, and I was able to take a trip. That was the day that I was going to Ukraine. That was a very fun time. It was the first video that I had on this channel. It was very fun making that one. Now, the next way you could pay for things is digitally. You use the bank card that you have on your phone. Technically, you're still making an exchange of currency. So since there is a international transfer of money, there will be a fee usually if you don't have a bank card in the country that you're going to, which I didn't. I usually don't stay in these countries for that long, so I don't really care to make a bank. If I'm making a longer stay in the country, longer than a few months, then yeah, I'd probably recommend opening a bank account in the country. But if you don't, you're gonna have to use your American card or wherever country that you're coming from card. And the last way that I personally did, which I wouldn't recommend doing this either, is exchanging your currency through the ATM. The ATMs in the country that you're going to will accept your American debit card, but you know ATMs with their fees, and it's probably an even bigger fee now that it's an international exchange technically. But you can insert your debit card in the ATMs of that country, and then you will get a fine little exchange of the currency that you need in the country that you're staying at. When I exchanged my currency, I was in Moldova, and it gave me the choice after inserting my debit card if I wanted USD, United Kingdom currency, which is pounds, and Moldovan lei. Yeah, Romania and Moldova have the same currency name, lei, but they're different. You can't use Romanian lei in Moldova, and you can't use Moldovan lei in Romania, which I ran into as being a big problem in my stays there. It was not a fun time. I was trying to get on the Moldovan bus to Ukraine, and all I had was Romanian lei. It was a really big problem, but luckily, one of the passengers on the bus helped me out, and I exchanged my Romanian lei with him to give me Moldovan lei, and then I could take the bus. It was a whole big debacle, but I'm glad I got that situated. And the other way you could pay for things digitally is, of course, when you're making an order, you can insert your debit card information and pay for whatever delivery you need. There will not be the same services usually in the country that you're going to. For example, I stayed in Romania. They don't have DoorDash there. They have something else. I forget the name right now, but in Germany, they don't have DoorDash. They have Volt. So you will, once you are in the country that you're staying at, you will probably, I didn't confirm this, but you could probably get the app of the place that you want to order from, or you can use the website there. But yeah, they will take your debit card information, and you can use that to order things digitally. No need for actual physical currency. And I'm not sure if there's actually an international fee for those charges, but you might want to look that up. I'll probably look it up for you. And now for the last way that I didn't try out myself, but you can use crypto to pay for things. I love crypto. I've been in crypto for years. So for you crypto people, I hope you love this information. When I went to Romania, I can't tell you how many times I was surprised to see this, but I saw Bitcoin ATMs, crypto ATMs. I've never seen crypto ATM in my life before until I got to Romania. I don't know what it is about European countries that differs from America, but they love crypto over there, and I hope some laws change here in America where it makes crypto more acceptable. But yes, there are crypto ATMs, and you can exchange your crypto into the currency of your choice over in the country that you're going to. So if you have crypto stocked up like I do, you would love to use this, because some people, I know I don't like exchanging my currency into USD all the time. So if you want to just use your crypto to pay for things over there, you have that option. And usually how this would go, if you need an explanation of how this would work, is you type in the ATM. I only seen like videos on this, but you type in the ATM, how much you want from the crypto that you want. You would scan the QR code on the ATM with your MetaMask camera, and then you could send your crypto to that ATM address that I think it would give you. I'm not completely sure. But then if you send that crypto to that ATM, whatever code that they give you, it will spit out the money that you need. That is basically how that would go. You might want to actually, look more into that, but, I know crypto lovers would love that, and I would too. And I think that's basically all the information that I had to give for this video. I know people lack the information like this for before they travel. So things like this, not knowing this, would make people reluctant to travel. And the thing that I want for this channel is more people to be equipped with the knowledge that they need to actually make these trips, you know. And I do think it is important that you are prepared for these trips. You never know when you run into an emergency. So I'm going to inform you guys about precautions that you could take when you're traveling. And I could probably do a future video on more precautions that you could take, you know, what you could be prepared with before you actually make that trip. But that's what I'm here for. So if you guys liked what you heard on this video, please leave a like. If you have a discussion that you want to have in the comments, please ask questions. Let me know if you want more information. Were you confused about anything that I said? Because that will ultimately help this channel grow and help me gain more experience about things that you guys want to know for your international trips. And if you have experience traveling and exchanging currency and running into a problem, please let people know in the comments, because that'll probably be important to the conversation that we were having today. But I hope you guys have a amazing day and great travels. And I'm also a travel advisor, so if you like travel videos, travel content, follow along this channel. And I hope you guys have a good day. But before I end this video, I'll probably tell that bus story where I basically got on the bus that was going into Moldova, and then we were supposed to transfer buses, and then the second bus would be going to Ukraine. My bus from Romania to Moldova came late. Okay, it came late, and then it missed the actual bus that I was supposed to get on. So you would think that you would get a refund, since the previous bus was supposed to make it to that second bus on time. I'm going to tell you, the customer service in these countries are not as you would expect it to be as you would in America. You will not get a refund. You will not be given the free ride on the next bus to go to Ukraine, okay? They don't help you out here. So that's why you want to be prepared and insured. So in case something goes wrong, you will not be completely screwed. So that's why I had to exchange my Romanian lei with the helpful passenger on the bus. If he didn't do that, like if that passenger wasn't so kind to exchange his currency, then that bus driver was not going to let me on that bus. You know, these people they're business people, you know, and the customer isn't always right in these countries. Now, don't let that scare you off from traveling, because now that I have that experience, you know, I'm a little more equipped, a little more prepared for the harsh realities of the world out there, which is ultimately what you need to be if you're trying to survive in this world as an adult. You know, you got to roll with the punches. And, you know, these unfamiliar punches are amazing for what I want to equip myself with. I want to equip myself with readiness, preparedness. You know, you need life to sucker punch you in the face sometimes, you know, as harsh as that sounds. You know, I loved it though. You know, I was going through a rush of emotions at the time. I was pissed, but you know, I got through that. And the people that run these services may be harsh, but believe me, the people are kind and generous and sensible. So if you really have a struggle, there's certain occasions where you can ask for some assistance, you know, not too much assistance, because, you know, you don't want to seem like a beggar. But if you're coming as an American, that sort of gives you a little extra charm, you know, it's like a little bit of a social proof if you come in with an American accent and they're like, oh, you're American? Okay, maybe I could talk to you for a second, because you know, I guess it's the novelty of being an American that people enjoy having conversations with you. It's kind of funny, you know, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys got what you needed out of this video, and I hope you guys have a good day.